2022 starts right here, right now, at the centre of the karting universe. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us for the first event of an all-new season. This is the 2022 WSK Champions Cup at South Garda Karting LONATO. Well, thankfully, the sky is clear, but it has been freezing cold throughout the last few days here. It's the first event of an all-new season, the first of 11 events on the WSK calendar. The track is dry, and in a few moments, we will race the first of our 4 finals this afternoon. Well, despite the world still being a strange place at the moment, increasing number of drivers have been able to join us, almost 200 in total for the first event of 2022. A last-minute venue change due to circumstances beyond our control, but we're delighted to join you for the WSK Champions Cup, the event which dates back to 2014. 92 drivers in the 60 mini category. That is the first class, which will race for the first WSK title of the all-new season. Jindra Peschel, he's the driver to beat. He took pole position in qualifying. He won 5 out of 5 heats, and he won the pre-final this morning. He started on pole position, but before we do race the 10-lap, 12-kilometre final, let's check out some of the highlights so far this weekend at South Garda Karting LONATO. Jindra Peschel was the only driver to break the 52-second bracket in qualifying, putting the baby race kart on pole position with a time of 51.919. Christian Kostoya, Scott Lindblom on your screen have taken the fight up to the Czech driver. We raced under lights the final heats on Friday night on a freezing cold circuit, but thankfully it was for the large part dry here at LONATO. Multiple drivers making their debut in WSK competition this weekend. Jindra Peschel, we expect this to be his last year of competition in 60 Mini before racing in juniors. He's certainly got the season off to a great start. In a few moments, he starts on pole position ahead of 35 other karts, a slightly increased grid for 2022. 36 karts to take the green light in just a few moments. Well, the talking point this week, as we said in our introduction, has been the weather. It has been freezing, damn freezing in fact, but thankfully the track is dry. Yesterday it was actually wet. There was actually puddles of water on the circuit. Would you believe we did not have a single drop of rain? There was just heavy fog clouding the circuit. It delayed practice, and if that wasn't bad enough, with the temperature at -2 degrees Celsius, the track was covered in ice. But thankfully the winter sunshine is out. The track is dry, and you can see the 60 mini karts. They're ready to go in just a few moments. That's Jindra Peschel to the right of your screen. To the left is Kostoya. Last year's champion, René Lammers, also won this title for Team Baby Race. Jindra Peschel trying to make it 2 in a row for the team in nearby Brescia. This title dates back to 2014. Mohammed Muizzidin Ghaffar from Malaysia won the first edition of the WSK Champions Cup. That was at La Conca. A year later, it was Dennis Hauger who won the title for Team Gamoto aboard the LKE-powered CRG. Of course, Dennis racing with the Prema Power team in the FIA Formula 2 Championship. Later on this season, Michael Paparo won in 2016 for the Formula K team, and Michael is racing with us this afternoon in KZ2 as well. A year later, it was Alfio Spinner who joins us in the 2022 Italian F4 Championship, powered by Arbath, presented by WSK Promotion. Alfio also winning it for Team Gamoto. Kimi Antonelli, who will join Alfio in the Italian F4 Championship. He won the 2018 WSK title for Team Energy. Andrea Filafero with that incredible victory at Adria in 2019. The Russian Anatoly Kavalkin a year later, and René Lammers 12 months ago. 10 laps, 12 kilometres of the most famous kart circuit in the world. South Garda Karting LONATO, there is the green flag. Everyone makes their way off the line without a problem. As we take a look at the grid, Jindra Peschel on pole position alongside Kostoya, Dean the Dutchman Hoogandorn, is alongside Jacopo Martinez, also for Team Baby Race. Bottaro, Schaufler, Kiki Yosseron from Switzerland, and the Swede Scott Lindblom, Jack Iliff, the American, and the Australian Billy C. William Kalija out of 10. Dries van Langendonk and Filippo Pancotti on the 6th row of the grid. Daniel Nepilev and Roman Kamya, Zdenek Babacek, Bogdan Kosmor Christopher, Luka Fedorenko, Filippo Salo, Lorenzo Campos, the Angolan from Africa, alongside the Ukrainian Lev Krutogolov. Dead on off another Russian, Ludovico Mazzola, Christian Tonolini, Ilya Bereshkin, Polochko, Christian Eiley, the Canadian, Moritz Gronek, Louis Cochet, David Kosmor Christopher, and Billy van Staveren, also for Team Baby Race. Julia Sodchepa, Oscar Poboraj, the Slovenian in the CRG, Arata Endo for Ward Racing, is alongside his countryman, coincidentally Kosaya Guma, Iskander Zulfikari from Istanbul in Turkey. And the final qualifier, the Ollie Rowland motorsport driver from England, Noah Baglin, I should say, 535 for team driver. Here's the Brit at the back of the pack with a big job to do this afternoon. The world-famous grandstand, which you can see from the highway south of the resort town of Desenzano, approximately halfway between Venice and Milan in the north of Italy. It's a freezing cold afternoon here at Lonato, but forgive the cliche, the action is about to get white hot. Welcome to the center of the karting universe. Welcome to South Garda Karting Lonato. Welcome to the WSK Champions Cup. For the first time in 2022, we race. Perfect start from the pole sitter, Indra Pesha with Dean, the Dutchman Hoogandorn, shadowing the Baby Race driver, down into turns 3, 4, and 5 for the first time. Indra looks over his shoulder, Dean's right there, they scatter 5 wide. And a clean start for the 60 mini final of the WSK Champions Cup here this afternoon. The Paralin drivers sit in 3rd and 4th. Good start from Davide Bottaro and Christian Costoya. There's the Pink Panther. You know that's Nick Schaufler. On the charge is the Austrian in the BWT EKS chassis. He's up into 6th place as he looks over his shoulder and simultaneously makes a move under brakes into the hairpin. Dean in 2nd place, shadows the Czech. Costoya, WSK Euro Series champion from 2021. Comes across the line in P3. They've just dropped off Bottaro ever so slightly. Back to Martinez and Schaufler. The front 3 tried to pull away. Costoya makes a move into turn 3. Super pass by the Spaniard. 5.05, the Paralin in 2nd place. Takes the Dutchman, Dean Hoogandorn. Bottaro trying to drag himself into the battle for the lead as they climb the hill for the 2nd time. Schaufler is ahead of Dries van Langendonk, behind Jacopo Martinez and Jack Iliff. Nepilev, Kiki Yosseron, Scott Lindblom. Billy C has fallen back to 12th after starting 10th on the grid as they come through the final corner for the 2nd time, and the race settles down into a rhythm. The first 4 pull away and then another group of 5. Indra Peschel has not been headed this week. A 51.919 in qualifying to put the Baby Race Paralin on pole position. 5 heat victories from 5 starts, a pre-final win this morning, and he leads the final of the WSK Champions Cup here this afternoon. Dean in 3rd place. Fastest driver on the circuit is another Dutch-speaking driver, Dries van Langendonk, the Belgian, who lives on the Zolder Formula 1 Grand Prix circuit. He's in 7th place and he's just recorded a 53.115, pulling away from Jack Iliff and Kiki Yosseron. That's Bottaro going through, the AV Racing driver in the 5.62 Paralin. Indra, unintimidatable is the Czech, runs wide, leaves the door open ever so slightly. It's 2+2, the first 4, as we complete the 3rd lap, the first WSK title of 2022. Peschel for Team Baby Race, who, as we said in our introduction, won this race with Rene Lammers 12 months ago. That was at Adria. He slides wide on the exit. Does Peschel. There's Schaufler up into 5. Starting to catch the leaders. The order at the bottom of your screen. Dean, the Dutchman, P3 for the Giddings Driver Academy. Started on the second row of the grid in the Alonso kart. There he is in third place, just clips the ripple strip, as does Davide Bottaro Schaufler. Trying to break clear of Dries van Longendonk, deep down the inside into the hairpin. Nicely done, and the Dutchman in second place. Will he make it 2 from 2? Not that time. Peschel just lets the kart drift wide. And the front 11 go through now. We may well get an 11 kart fight for the lead. All the way back to Kalija. And Lorenzo Campos, the Angolan from Luanda in the southwest of Africa. In the 527 Energy kart, he's made a storming start from grid 19. The African driver is in P11. Peschel with his head down behind the steering wheel, races down the hill. Dean wants the victory here this afternoon, and he makes the move into the chicane. Nice move. Dean goes position 1. Takes Indra Peschel, who has dominated the weekend, but it's all going wrong for the Czech right here, right now. From the lead, he's back to third. Kostoja, WSK Euro Series champion from 2021, follows him through. He's in second place. Dean puts his foot down. So Indra Peschel, we thought it was a case of checkmate after the baby race driver from the Czech Republic dominated everything in the last 48 hours. He's back to third. Kostoja! What a move by the Spaniard. Goes through and takes the top spot. Peschel follows him through. Dean Hoogandorn's run in the lead has been short-lived. Look who's come to fight. It's the Pink Panther, Nicholas Schaufler. Peschel back into P1. Watch Dean into the hairpin. A super race. Half race distance, the WSK Champions Cup final here at the centre of the karting universe. Schaufler down the inside. Schaufler goes P3. Hoogandorn's off the podium. 4 laps, 5 kilometres remaining of the most famous kart raceway in the world. Peschel back in the top spot. He's got the speed. He's already pulled out 0.2 of a second. Kostoja will fight though. And Schaufler's got superb speed this afternoon. Dries back in the top 5. That's the Belgian 508 in 5th place. Ahead of Josseron, the Swiss driver. The 2 Italians, Bottaro and Martinez. Jack Eilif, the United States Pro Kart Series winner, Scusa Pro Tour winner. From the other side of the Atlantic, he's in 9th, just ahead of the Australian William Kalija. Then we go back to Sala, David Cosmore, Christopher, last year's WSK Final Cup champion for the Gold Star Racing team. He's in 12th. It looks unlikely he will go 2 victories in a row. He won the final race of 2021. He's outside the top 10, just ahead of Pancotti, Campos, and Luca Federico. 3 laps now remaining. Peschel in the front, just ahead of Kostoja, who will make the move. Schaufler in P3. Into the pit hairpin for the 3rd last time. Dean trying to get the run for the Kiddix Driver Academy, the Alonso kart. He's in P4. The EKS. That's the Austrian in 3rd place. Kostoja, the Paralin. In fact, the Paralins run 1-2. Different teams. The team based in Brescia, run by Sandro Lorandi. Multiple champions for the past decade. They're in the top spot. Dean takes Nicholas for 3rd place. That's the final step of the podium at the moment, but we've still got 2 laps, 2.4 kilometres to race here at Lonato. Nicholas back in 3rd. Dean and Nicholas, they're losing time to the leaders. The 2 Dutch-speaking drivers from the Netherlands and Belgium, respectively, they're 4 and 5. That's Josseron, Ford Titila Racing Team driver, trying to drag himself into a podium position. Dean makes the move on Nicholas. They're fighting, and they're losing time to the leaders. Peschel has driven brilliantly since we arrived here at Lonato on Wednesday. Has dominated proceedings, but he's got a fight on his hands. The kid from Sepulvedra, Galicia, in the northwest of Spain, in the 505 Paralin kart, Shadows. The kid from the Czech Republic for the Brescian team, Team Baby Race, into the hairpin. He leaves the door open, and Kostoja takes him. Goes position 1. This is the last lap of the WSK Champions Cup. Dean Huggins for the Kiddix Driver Academy in the background, driving the wheels off the Alonso kart. Goes defensive, does Kostoja. He'll be vulnerable on the exit, not only to Indra, but also Dean as well. Dean down the inside, takes second place. Will that give Kostoja breathing space? They are side by side as they climb the hill. Peschel in second. There's Nicholas in P4. What a race in the WSK Champions Cup. Kostoja, can he make it another WSK victory? He's got 3 corners to go until the checkered flag. They go side by side. Peschel tries to take him. Kostoja will white line it. Schaufler hits the back of Hoogandorn. The final corner leaves the door open. Vamos! Christian Kostoja and the Super Spaniard takes another WSK title here at South Garda Karting. What a brilliant race. What an incredible race to start the 2022 season. Kostoja with the victory over Indra Peschel, and Dean, the Dutchman, takes the final step of the podium. Wow, how good was that? Kostoja with the victory for the Paralin Motorsport team. Indra Peschel, we thought it was a case of checkmate. Pre-final victory, 5 heat victories from 5 starts. The only driver to break 52 seconds in qualifying, but he's finished second in an amazing race this afternoon. Indra Peschel, as we take a look at the highlights, did lead from the start. A great start from Dean Hoogandorn. But Kostoja just picked them off from 4th to 3rd to 2nd place. Going with Dries van Langendonk earlier on, David Vortaro. The Italian would ultimately finish in P8. It was a brilliant fight. Dean did lead, but possibly made his move a little bit too early. Kostoja into the 10-metre wide pit hairpin, took the lead away from Hoogandorn. And Peschel, it looked as though order would be restored for the Czech. He looked over his left shoulder, and Kostoja was coming for him. Dean made the move on Nicholas into the hairpin. Incredibly, he left the door open just that little bit too much. And Kostoja just drove down the inside. He was defensive on the final lap of the race. Indra tried to line him up, but at the same time had to defend from the Dutchman Dean, as well as Nicholas Schaufler. And in the end, another WSK title goes to Spain. A fantastic way to start the 2022 season. Kostoja with the victory for Spain from Indra Peschel. He will be heartbroken. He's driven superbly. He'll get another crack in 7 days' time in the first round of the Supermaster Series. And on the podium for the Kiddix Driver Academy, it's Dean Hoogandorn. Well, a fantastic way to start 2022. We will hear the national anthem of Spain ring out here in Italy in just a few moments. The first podium presentation of an all-new season for 60 Mini, and Kostoja, he's only 3 foot tall, barely a metre, but he will have to climb the top step of the podium and stand on it here at LONATO in just a moment. The podium presentation for 60 Mini right here at LONATO. We'll be back in just a moment. Podium. The podium for the first race of the year. It was a cracking race, the 60 final for the 60 Mini category, the WSK Champions Cup, the first event of an all-new season. In 3rd place in the Alonso Kart for the Kiddix Driver Academy from the Netherlands, Dean Hoogandorn. He has driven brilliantly all weekend, the fastest qualifier. He won everything in the heats and the pre-final. He's come up 1 short, but he's driven superbly. Let's hear it for the 2nd place, Czech Indra Peschel. He won in the Euro Series in 2021. It's an all-new season, but nothing changes. The winner of the 2022 WSK Champions Cup from Spain, Christian Costoya! The national anthem of Spain. Well, a slightly different version of the Spanish national anthem. Hey, after everything that's happened in the last 2 years, we congratulate Dean, Yindra and Christian. I would ask you to step down, but you can stay there. You're only a metre high. Christian, a fantastic race. Tell us about what happened in the final. How did you take the victory there?
I take a very good start. I take 3 position, and I push Dean and Yindra. And I passed Dean, I pushed Drinda to go to the final. And in the last corner, I passed Drinda. And in the last final lap, I protect to bet.
Congratulations, Christian. Also to Dean in third place, Yindra in second, and the winner of the WSK Champions Cup, Christian Costoya, who we'll see back in 7 days' time for the first round of the Supermaster Series. Stay with us on WSK.it. The KZ2 final in just a moment.